Okay guys, quick and dirty on the 2023 Hyundai Kona N-Line. This is a loaded one with all the options. I just purchased this on Monday. I've been driving it all week. This is not a do I think you should buy it review. This is the I actually bought it and this is what I think review. I'm going to be trying to go over things that I didn't see in other videos. Quick and dirty. All right, first of all, the moonroof. This is a mandatory requirement for me because I love moonroofs. Nobody ever shows you a picture of the moonroof, and it's actually very large. It's actually very, very wide from here all the way over. It's huge. Decent amount back here. Just wanted to get a visual of that. Also, it comes with the infotainment system, which is very nice. The 10.1 gives you ability to put maps and GPS next to it. I'll try and get to that. Also comes with the optional N-Line soft mats, front, rear. It also comes with the back Kona marked with your mesh bag that actually has pretty cool lockdown points. So it's literally like you can load some stuff in there and actually lock it down, which is nice. Came with the first aid kit and the little these bars. I think they drop it down, and it has that little, where is it? It's got that cool cargo tray, which is like good for ammo, right? So the back is not that bad. It's about the same size as what I moved out of, which was a 2014 Fiesta ST. So I'm a performance guy. That is my other car. I like to modify things. This is my daily. So I'm gonna try not to modify it. But I moved out of cars that are that big. So like, that's a little tiny Mirage from the 90s, and that's a brand new car. My Fiesta I have across the street. But this is pretty much the same, exact same wheelbase, pretty much the overall same length, and about, I don't know, like the Fiesta's like here, and it's like 4 inches higher. So I can fit this in the storage unit when I swap out cars. It is no bigger than a Fiesta ST. It feels the same, the same size car when you're driving around. It doesn't feel like when you go in a corner and the whole thing is like, whoa, it's not like that at all. Okay, so this one has obviously the 1.6 turbo in it, which is going to be turbo in the rear, you know, Evo 10 style, all that. It's actually like right there. It's pretty cool, so you can see it. Intake here, I'm not sure. I'm not seeing a mass airflow. I'm seeing, guess, speed density here, which is cool because that means you can swap out intakes and stuff. Your MAF isn't in the way, which is nice. Little front mount down there. Got the piping that goes down there. Nice little snorkel here. Front mounts down there. Looks pretty cool. Nobody ever shows you like pictures of the engine though. Like, oh yeah, this is 1.6. Okay, bye. So like, that's kind of what we got going on. I'm guessing electronic throttle body, and I don't know if this is an oil pump or some kind of off the VCT cam gear. That's something different I've seen. Motor mounts are nice and beefy. This is set up just like a Fiesta, where the timing is on this side. These bottles, that's a polymer one. Hopefully that holds up better than the Fiesta's one did. Nice full-size battery, fuse box. This is one of those cab forward designs where everything comes forward. So nice big drip tray there. It's kind of cool. I'm gonna be all over the place with this review. I don't care, that's how I am. I just washed the car. There were no weird crevices or anything. It's like hard to get. Like if you're coming in here, you can reach everything. You can clean everything. This grill was very easy. Like you can get a rag in here in your hand. It's not like the Fiesta where a tiny little like diamonds and everything, and you're in there for 25 minutes. And it's not, if you look, it's not a piano black. It's like a matte black, or matte, if you're French. But it's not like, you don't have to worry about, oh, there's gonna leave water spots. It's not that at all. It's all matte, which is really cool. So right here is gonna be your HIDs, and then your marker lights are up here, which are cool because they give you the brow. These are really cool because you don't need a fog light because you're so low already. You don't need like another light down here because it's only a foot higher. So I've really been enjoying these. They're not auto adjust. Canada gets that. They get other stuff. They get leather seats. This does have heated seats. Now I put these cheapo $40 seat covers on here because I get dirty at work and I don't want to mess stuff up. So these are the N-Line seats. They have additional bolsters here. They're actually really nice. It's not too much like the Recaros on a Fiesta, but it's enough where like you're not sliding around, and these covers are like grippy. So I look like crap. I just literally put them on. I've been sitting in this one, so it's smoothed out a little bit. They're gonna pretty much stay on as like an all-weather cover for me. All right, so moving in here, there's some weird glitches and things that I can kind of bypass by finding ways around. It's kind of weird. It's my first Hyundai, so It's pretty cool. It shows you, hey, your hood's open, your door's open, what's going on? So when you start it, push to start. Okay, so I really like this view. So this is like a night mode. This is like your main screen, but let me see if I can close the doors here. Put the lights off. So it's like a subdued map where it's like ocean waters and valleys, and then it like kind of shows you where you are, and there's the town. So it actually works. This is like, it's like a shadow. So when you're driving at night, it doesn't bother you, which I really like. Then you can swipe over and it has your phone and, you know, navigation, all that stuff. And then it just has a couple options, but it's nice that that's your default. Then if you want, you can go to like your media or whatever, and then it'll switch over to like, it brings that up. This is media from my Spotify, and then it has navigation. The screen's wider so you can fit the navigation, which is really nice. And then other media is, so if you go to like Sirius, which I've been listening to because it's free, that'll come up, and then it has your Sirius, and then this you can like slide this like out of the way right there, and it'll give you full Sirius, or you can pop this guy over, and it's like you get radio and nav, which is super nice, and I love that. I really like that. These different sport modes and stuff like that, I know it's gonna yell at me because the hood's open. I know it, but like you flick over here, and you get your sport mode, and it'll show the other tachometer. But the sport mode's really cool. Flick that back. You have like, this is your full mode. Like it'll go like halfway to sport mode, and then it goes back to normal after a little bit. But this is like your actual, if you turn this like actually goes your full modes. And then you have smart, normal. I've been testing them out. A couple things that I've noticed with people that they don't like about this car is that they don't like the transmission, and they don't like how that goes and weird stuff. So let me go over that. But first I want to show you what I don't like is when you put it in a park and then you turn the car off. I'm used to my Ford, the radio staying on. When you turn the car off, everything goes off. Your light comes on. You're like, if you're trying to chill before work, it's like, man, I got to turn the whole car back on. I found a cheat for this. So the car's on. Say you're driving, you pull up to work. Don't put it in a park. Put it in a neutral. Then turn the car off. Radio stays on. Okay. It'll tell you to shift the park. Okay, fine, shift to park, no problem. The lights aren't on, the radio's still going. It's just like accessory mode in a Ford, which is super cool. Because now I don't have to worry about park, off, I gotta turn it back on, and you don't have to mess with that. Just leave it in neutral, turn the car off, and then just put it to park, and then you're good. Some other things are like the auto climate control. I've noticed where, like when you turn the car on, it comes to like 72 or 75, whatever I had it last set to. But sometimes, like the AC is like on and it's blowing, and I'm like, no, I don't want that. And then I'm like, how do I turn it off? Because it's auto, and like you have these buttons, and then the auto, like you're in here like, what do I do? What I do is, like if you're messing around, like I can't turn off, I just turn it to like something like that. Just I pick one button, defrost, and then I just hit off. So I just select the first one and off, front off. Then the whole thing turns off. Now there's no air blowing or anything, because it's auto AC, so it's trying to, or auto climate control, it's trying to like figure stuff out, and like it's weird, so I just go front, defrost, off, and then it turns off. So that's something that's really cool. I don't even know if the car's on, it's so quiet. Yes, car was on, okay. Got a 12 volt, this is I guess USB for connection. I run this because I don't have a phone that's new enough for the wireless charge, so I just run this, that's fine. I really like this e-brake. This is old school. Canada gets that e-brake, the electric brake, where it's like that button and you push it. I don't want that. I want an e-brake. When I go drifting in the snow, you know what's up. All right. So the pedals are real nice. Probably going to go to either Hyundai WeatherTech or I forget the other maker. It's like Bully Dog or something like that. Because they come up, they're all rubberized and everything. These are really nice, but I don't want to mess them up. So again, $40 seat covers on Amazon. I don't care if you think they're chintzy. I'm not destroying these new seats because we don't have leather. We got cloth. The wheels, their wheels are pretty simple, clean in there. There's no like crazy areas that you can't get to. They're pretty easy. These are piano black. These are actually gloss. They're not like everything else where it's like matte. But this is nice because it's not going to like sun fade or get real weird. This is actually like a grayish color. If you look, it's not exactly... It has like a gray look to it a little bit. Might match, might just be the way it looks in the sun. You get a cool shark fin. Nice little uni wiper. This works really well. You can flick the knob forward on your right hand control. You flick that forward, that goes automatically. There's no automatic like wipers, but the intermittent and everything, it comes up on your screen. It shows you everything. It's really neat. But I just wanted to go over just a couple little cool features that I found on this car. I really like it. I do not miss my Fiesta. I actually still have it, but I don't miss driving it at all. This is like a whole refined thing. You have like in the essence of refinement, hit this button, it's lane control. You hit that, you take your hands off the wheel, it'll literally drive around a corner. It's crazy. I like the cruise. It's literally hit cruise and up and down. That's it. There's lots of menus. I'm not going to go through all that. It shows your actual MPG and all that stuff. It's super nice. These are really cool. You actually turn them to turn them off, and then up is on, and they're cool, like little turbine looking thing. But it's just a really neat car. I really, really like it. This is soft. The only downside of this car is people say everything's plastified. It is. It is. Everything's plastic. Everything is hard plastic everywhere except for your steering wheel and this plush fit. Now, these are kind of a pain. This is my one gripe on the car. Is when you're driving, you got it kind of sucks there and down here. That's kind of like hard, like when you're resting up against it. I'm going to get like a little foam pad and put it there, and probably either aftermarket or actually make my own and like get a nice foam pad and then get a like fabric and then lay it over and then tuck it in and make this soft. That's my one gripe. This and that are hard, but I mean, you can move your feet away from it. But if you're used to like hanging out and open your legs like pretty wide, like you can get here, this would be kind of annoying. Those are little things I can work on, and aftermarket support will come in for that. That's literally the only thing I have. Also, the DCT, it's not a negative for me. The DCT, people don't like the automatic start stop. They say like when you release the brake and you go to start it, it's bucks a little bit, and it does, but you have to understand what DCT is and how it works. Me, as my first automatic transmission car in like a decade, not even like 2004, way longer than a decade. I like it. I think it's fun. It's quick. It reminds me a lot of my friend's R32 that they had, the automatic, where you hear it like whoa, bow, bow, like you hear it shifting quick, and you can modulate really well. Sometimes the stutter at start is because I've noticed if I'm light on the brake, like if I'm lightly on it and then I'm like kind of on it, off it, and it's like trying to do the auto stop and then start and then engage first gear and then non and then neutral. I feel like people they're fighting the DCT between, okay, I'm letting off the brake and then it's going into first and then I brake again and then it's neutral at first and neutral, and you're going to feel that because it's going click, click, click through its gears. So you need to like learn how to drive it well. This thing it's actually pretty fast. It's slower than my Fiesta, but it feels quick. I love it. There's no lack of power. I can get around people. So there's a lot of this DCT stuff. We're like, it's crap. This transmission ruined this car. This is terrible. Meanwhile, I'm over here, literally 5-speed guy and a 6-speed guy, loving this thing. I love that I can just put it in, slap it over. Do I wish I had paddles? Yes. Would I be way worse with paddles and bad all the time? Yes. So there's that. I really, really like this DCT. I'm like really happy with it. And I know that little stutter is, usually I just go, hey, idiot, push the brake on harder. And when you release the brake, just get off the brake and get on the gas. So that's what I do. Average mile per gallon, I've seen up to 36 to 38 all highway, like reset it on the highway, drive down a straight road, 38. I can do it. Average is about 32 and a half, which is exactly what my Fiesta ST was long-term. That's on a long-term drive, city highway. If I'm on it, put it in sport mode, drive on a back road, 22, 23, maybe 18 when you first start off. Yes, this is the all-wheel drive one. It's 3,300 pounds. It's got a 1.6 liter turbo. I think it does pretty damn well. It's literally 2 or 3 miles a gallon on the top end less than my Fiesta ST, and I was hitting 40s on that thing. So this thing replaced a very good vehicle, and I enjoy it, and I am a driver. I mean, you can get into corners with this thing. The brakes, amazing. Like, I'm actually surprised. There's no fade. They're tight. They're stiff. I like them. I had to get used to them. I really like the transmission, and doing back roads, you can hit it, punch it. There's no 2-second lag. I don't know what people are talking about. They don't know how to drive little turbo cars. So I love it. I love the weight. I love the handling, even stock suspension. It's quiet as a mouse, but you can get into it, go around the corners, and then you can slow down and just cruise, and people think you're just some, you know, whatever, just a upscale person driving around in your nice new car. They don't know you're just being really bad on the back roads. It drives like a car. It does not drive like an SUV or a crossover or whatever you're going to call it. It's a car that's like 2 inches higher. That's it. So I just wanted to go over this thing. I absolutely love it. I like red, and I finally just accepted that I like red and just bought a red car voluntarily this time. So there you go. There's your review. Sorry it took 15 minutes, but like I wanted to go over all that because people are reviewing things and they're not talking about the things that I want to talk about. So there you go. All right, guys. Have a good one.